What's up, my anime family? I know it's early in the winter season, but here are some of the titles that I feel like just not getting a lot of love. Like, of course, we got Solo Leveling Season 2 going stupid, going crazy. It's out of its mind. The animation is gas. The fight scenes are fun as hell.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And Jinwoo is just that dog. And we got Sakamoto Days, which a lot of people are kind of hating on, which I'm surprised. I like Sakamoto Days. It's fun. I'm not taking it serious. I feel like it's a fat man version of One Punch Man. It's not supposed to be like serious, but the action is good and it's fun. So maybe we should calm down on like shitting on Sakamoto Days on the third episode. Well, second episode. I haven't watched the pirated episode. I watched it on Netflix like a cool guy. But if you out here pirating, then you pirating, you know. Arg, matey, whatever.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it when I did it.
Then you have one of the most consistent animes that's been coming out since 2023, and that's Shangri-La Frontier. Think about this, right? Shangri-La Frontier premiered fall of 2023. Next week will be episode 41. 41. To put that in perspective, Jujutsu Kaisen came out in 2021, 2020. And it has 47 episodes. I'm just gonna listen. That's insane to be this good and put out this many episodes. And the openings be fucking fire. The openings are slapping. And they keep on introducing new characters. We got the Rusted Mole arc coming up. For that, they introduce our I can't remember her name, but she's a ninja and the new bunny brother. Then before that, you had the little black cat and the sister Billuck. And then before that, we had Pencil and Katsu. So it's like they keep on introducing new characters. They keep on introducing new people, and it just keep on refreshing itself with brand new story arcs. And the stakes maybe not that high for a lot of people, but come on now. Shangri-La Frontier is gas. It's goated. The animation is dope as hell. Not a fan of the CGI they use in this season, but I know why they pumping out the anime so fast. But the CGI looks good. So, hey, listen, you get a pass for me. Shangri-La Frontier is goated. But these new titles that nobody's giving the time of day, people are bypassing, and maybe like a year or two later, people say, oh my God, this is so underrated. It never got a chance to go. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Mr. Rogers Review is right here. Welcome to my neighborhood. These are some of the shows you need to check out, all right? So let's get into it. Even given the worthless appraisal class, I'm actually the strongest. That's the title of this one. You thought I was just talking about myself? No, that's the title. This is the power scale of that world, and he's at the bottom of the map. Mainly because his class is not combat. All his class does is just look at things. He tells exactly what it is, how much they can get it on the market, and that's it. And that is looked down upon as a worthless class because you're not doing anything. You can't do anything with it. It's not combat, it's not magic. It sucks. You are a desk worker. That's basically what they're telling him. You are a desk worker. You are somebody that's beneath us. And that's how he's treated in the beginning of this first episode. He's carrying their luggage. He's getting picked on. And when shit hits the fan, he is there left to die. Everybody saw that coming. That was no surprise. The big surprise was him landing down at the bottom of the dungeon and he's fighting against S+ monsters. That is crazy. The way they portrayed it is some brutal shit. I haven't seen all of ReZero, but I do remember ReZero, the main character in that, going through some brutal kills, and that is what this guy is going through until he meets the Tree of Life elf and her guardian, and they get him right. And that's where this season head towards. Like, he's not just given things. I mean, he is, but he has to learn how to use it, and he goes through training, and it's dope. I like it. It's not one of those things where, oh, I'm given this power and it's just XYZ, now I'm OP. No, he has to go through some brutal shit to get it. He has to go through some brutal training. Now he's strong, and let's see what happens. So the title of this one's a little misdirection. I like that. I thought I'm gonna give this a little more try. And I feel like you should give it a try too. I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. That is a mouthful, but Pulse. What am I saying?
What did he say?
That title is very specific, and it's almost exactly how it went down. This guy, he's tired of how he's being treated in his A-rank party, and he decides to leave. He doesn't go directly to his former students, but that's just how things happen. And I like how this is set up. In this world, they live stream their dungeon battles. They get to live stream the dungeon battles, and you get popular by the more views and stuff you get. So it's a mix between social media and streaming with fantasy. And not always I'm a sucker for that. I like that type of stuff, mainly because that's what I do. I stream, I make videos all over the place. So this one talks to me. But not only that, I like how they do the animation style in this one. This guy is a beast. You remember the Most Notorious Talker from his own party or whatever? It's kind of like in that sense, but he's not as sadistic as Noel Crazy as was. Like, that dude needs help. Instead, he has the power to buff, debuff, but he also can buff himself, and he actually can fight. And he doesn't do like incantation spells. He can actually cause this person to like freeze, kind of like a failure frame, which that one, big disappointed in that one. That one was so trash when it comes to animation style. The story was okay, but animation, trash. It was just ugly, man. The CGI was bad, and they had way too much fan service towards teenage girls and stuff. It was like, why are you like this? Like, come on now. It was too much. But back to I Left My A-Rank Party. The way he chain his magic incantations together is dope as hell. And I like the setup of the last episode. At the time I recorded this, these are like only 3-4 episodes in. So if you're seeing this in fall time, it's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure either one of these animes that came and bite me my ass and turned out to be trash. Kind of like Kingdoms of Ruin. Like, I was very big on Kingdoms of Ruin in the first 2-3 episodes, and then it became trash. It happens. It whatever. I've learned to grow with it. I'm also the person that says Ninja Kamui was probably the greatest anime of all time at a certain point. Yeah, that one really fucked me up. But either way, it's neither here or there now. This is the way too early review. So that's my title, and that's what I'm sticking to. But yeah, Left My Party A-Rank is definitely worth a watch right now. Ishura or Ishura, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this title, but I've been saying Ishura for the longest. Nobody really corrected me. If it's Ishura or Ishura, please let me know in the comments. I beg of you. But I was big on this last season, and for some reason, it's still underrated. I don't know why. I think mainly because there's no main character you can really tie down to. Every episode introduces a new hero that can be the true Demon King, and last season they did it for like 6-7 episodes, but then the story really kicked off and they had a whole war. It was fire. It was phenomenal. I loved it, and I feel like this season is leading up to do the same thing with the actual tournament of the heroes of everybody they introduced from season 1 to now. These new heroes that they introduced have been incredible, very powerful. I'm not understanding how they're gonna pick somebody out of this. Like, these battles are gonna be epic, and I cannot wait. But you should check this one out. Definitely check this one out. Now, if you like House, and I mean the medical procedural drama that, I forgot what network it was on, but House, it was a very rude doctor. He was very blunt, very straight to the point, very smart. It also had Omar Epps in it. He was there. Yeah, Omar Epps was in it. He had a lot of great cases, and it was a lot of Sherlock Holmes to it. Ameku MD Dr. Detective is basically the animated female version of House Sherlock Holmes. It's great. She walks around the hospital. She has her own division. It's the investigative. I forgot exactly what it's named. Investigative something, or the tricky investigative. I don't know. I'll put it right here. But basically, when unsolvable cases and weird shit happens in the hospital, she is there because she is intrigued by a lot of these things and she wants to figure them out. That's the genius of her. A guy with blue blood and his leg looks like it's been bitten off by a dinosaur. Oh yeah, she's jumping on that. A cursed video that makes kids wants to end their lives. Yeah, she's on top of that. These are the types of investigations that she's done so far, and I cannot wait to see what other ones she get into. I like detective shit. I like mysteries. I like psychological thrillers. And this one is right there. Now, when it comes to slice of life and sports, I kind of put them in the same boat because it's I mean, it's not, but at the same time, it is. Like, slice of life could be a sports anime, and a sports anime could be a slice of life anime. That's just how I look at it. You can argue with me all you want. That's going to be always how I look at it. If it's not action-packed or sadistic or horror or mystery or thriller or supernatural, it's going in the slice of life category for me. No ands or buts about it. So I got 2 of them that I watch. I usually watch 2 or 3 of them a season, but I'm trying to expand my horizons. Flower and Asura is phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Because when the character starts reading her recital or announcing, the animation transformed like a captain of Bleach just hit his bankai. Whatever they're reciting, from a poem to a story, the animation takes place in that, so it engulfs you in it. It's beautiful, it's nice, and I just want to watch every episode because I'm fascinated by it. Now, the sports anime is Medalist, and it's about a young girl who's right at the age cutoff of figure skating, and that's all she wants to do in her life. She loved it since she was yay high, was able to walk. All she wants to do is get on the ice and just skate beautifully. She has a natural talent for it, but because of some family issues, she wasn't able to start at a young age, and she was finally able to convince her mom to get her into it, but she goes through the trials of people looking down on her. She should be at a higher level at her age. If that's from the kids themselves, the kids' parents, other coaches. So she has a lot of insecurities. Luckily for her, she has a coach that was in the same boat. He actually joined figure skating past the cutoff age, but he actually made it through competitions and almost made it. So if anybody can teach her, he's the perfect person. And them two together is just chaos. It's fun. It's very wholesome, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be depressing. I know by the end of this, I'm going to be crying like a baby. Now, if you're looking for some gorgeous animation and something that is very new, very refreshing, doesn't have a manga to fall back on, so everything you see is going to be fresh for your eyes. Yes, it's an OVA, and it's called Zenshu by Mappa. It is one of the most interesting, intriguing animes that's out right now. It is very meta because the main character is an animator that was very popular. They became a favorite director for a studio, and they get isekai'd, reincarnated, or whatever you want to say, into their favorite anime. She knows everything about it, and she is now in their world. It's not like anime itself where they just continue to be themselves. No, these are real live characters. They have feelings, they have emotions, and they react to her in a way that you would think they would react to her. Like, who the hell are you?
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
And the unicorn, why are you like this? Because the unicorn is a little horny toad. You can tell it's going to be very emotional just because how she keeps referencing how the story ends. And it seems like no matter what she does, the story just continues on. And that is very worrisome because she changed a lot, but the story just continues on. I'm ready to see how this plays out. But are you going to watch it with me? That is the question. Now, something that's not really an anime, but it's anime adjacent. Castlevania Nocturne Season 2. You can watch all 8 episodes right now. If you haven't watched the first season, it's available on Netflix. If you haven't watched Castlevania, why are you like this? Why haven't you watched that great, amazing, gothic, brutal show and set up this whole world, get engulfed in a whole universe of vampires and betrayal and magic? It's good, man. It's amazing. The second season of Nocturne took everything from season 1 and just enhanced it and made it greater. It was make Castlevania great. That's what it was. It embodied peakness. I don't like saying peak so much because I think it's a little saturated now, but this is the closest thing that you would get to peak that peak has ever been. Those last 3 episodes are just chef kiss. The fight scenes were fluent. The animation was so crisp, and I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Like, oh my god, they are getting to it. I like the backstory of most of the characters. One character in particular got on my nerves, Maria, but she had one of the best redemption arcs I've seen in a while. But it also kind of like fall back a little bit. I know what that'll be spoiler talk if I really get into it, but you will see. There are, of course, plenty of the titles out there, like the Apothecary Diaries. Dr. Stone, or The Movements of Earth, which I've already talked about, and I still highly suggest you watch that show because it's amazing. I may be a guild receptionist, but I was solo any boss to clock out on time. It's hilarious, and it's one of the things that caught me off guard. I want to escape princess lessons. I can go on for days, I'm not gonna hold you, but the ones I talked about in detail today are very titles that I watch on a weekly basis. The last two I also watch on a weekly basis, but put them on your watch list if you haven't. Now, there are some dumpster fires out there. Bon Vampire is disgusting, and I feel like no one should watch it, but watch it for yourself. See how disgusting it is, and come back and tell me how disgusting it is. I'm warning you. Aquarion animation is so butt ugly and distracting that it made my ears hurt. Yes, my ears. I did a best and worst of winter 2025 to start the season off, and I'm gonna do another one at the end just to see if anything changed. Make sure you like and subscribe for that, and don't forget to share this video out. Until next time, be easy and take care of yourselves. Peace.